We would rather take one small place, and the Tompotika Peninsula is only about 2,500 square kilometers. So choosing just one small but very special place and go deep there and do it right there. What would that look like? You know, if we really tried to do conservation right for both critters and for the people. AlTo is an international partnership of local people from this area of Indonesia who care about conservation, partnered with other folks from outside the area, both from other parts of Indonesia and the international community, who also care about conservation, and particularly this very special corner of the world, which is unique and irreplaceable, and we all agree worth working to save.
As a biologist, I should say that this is the last frontier. You won't find animals here anywhere in the world. The uniqueness is really very precious to the people.
We are in the Tompotika Peninsula, which is on the far eastern tip of the island of Sulawesi's central arm. Sulawesi is right in the middle of the Indonesian archipelago. These very high levels of endemism make Sulawesi very special. So, for example, the mammals of Sulawesi, over 90% of them, if you exclude the bats, are found nowhere else in the world. Then within Sulawesi, Tompotika is its own little hotspot. We've just in the last 10 years or so, we and others have discovered at least 9 or 10 species utterly unique just to the Tompotika area. So Tompotika is sort of a hotspot within a hotspot.
Sulawesi region needs something concrete to be done in the field. And I can see right away that AlTo simply doing something on the ground.
We basically take a two-pronged approach. We have a set of field programs and we have a set of outreach programs. In the field programs, we have the Malayo program, the sea turtle program, the bat program, and the forest program. And then our outreach programs include the school-based awareness campaign, the law enforcement workshops, art for conservation. Malayo is not found anywhere else in the world. It's been termed Sulawesi's bald eagle because everybody knows the Malayo. But like the bald eagle of a few decades ago, it's highly endangered and hardly anyone has ever seen one. A Malayo pair travel to an established nesting area. The pair, the male and the female, will take turns digging and digging over the course of a couple of days, and the female will lay as much as 1 meter down deep in the sand. One enormous egg. And they go back to the forest, and there's no care for this egg. They just leave it in the safety of the sand. And after about 80 days, the chick hatches, and then it digs with its legs over its head to emerge out to the surface. And they poke their head out, and they look around a little bit, and they sit on the sand. And the chick is fully formed, fully feathered, fully developed, and then flies off on its own into the forest, and it's completely independent. But the eggs are also generally not used for subsistence by people around here. It's a luxury item. Generally, the eggs are sold for cash. Every single egg was being taken. The Malayos were still coming, but guys were waiting on the edge of the Malayo nesting ground to dig up the eggs as soon as they were laid. We've been able, through working with the communities and getting the communities to agree to stop taking eggs, we've seen a 62% increase in the number of Malayos coming to nest since we started doing this in 2006.
I can say that AlTo has invested some amount of trust into these people, which is very promising, I should say.
Kalau saya kerjasama dengan staf AlTo, itu tidak susah. Kami baik-baik saja. Kami saling mengisi, saling memberikan petunjuk.
We made a choice to hire local folks from this area and train them. They have a commitment to this place already. This is their place. When we go out into the villages, they're talking to their cousins and their neighbors and people that they know. Fundamentally, we at AlTo are really about life and supporting life at its very best, humanity and non-humanity. And for humanity, we think that the best of humanity comes out through the arts. When 700 villagers go and see a show created by their young people that's about their Maleo birds and their sea turtles and how special they are. And the show is funny, and the kids are talented, and there are beautiful colors and pictures and drama and clowning. That's a great thing for everybody. And the villagers, they're touched by that, and they remember that story, and they enjoy that, and it builds the positive stuff that we're all about. That's where our long-term commitment to this place, I think, really makes a difference, because we've been working with some of these villages for 10 years, and they realize we're not just a flash in the pan, come, want something, and are going to leave. We really want to work with them over the long term to help build a new kind of a way of living that's really good for them. I feel like we should try to save the Maleo and these creatures. We may or may not be successful, but we should try, and we can try, and we can make a difference. And it's the trying that actually is what carries us and holds us up and keeps us going. It's very hard work. Anyone who has their eyes open knows that the world is in deep trouble right now. Our Earth is in deep trouble, and the losses are everywhere, all around us, all the time. That's why we only work in this one small place. And if we feel like we can make a difference in this one small but very significant place from the global standpoint, that's enough. You know, that will be something in this wounded world that we're a part of. If we can make a positive difference here, others can do it in other places as well. But this could be a start of experimenting about what that might look like and how we build that together.
Sesuatu yang saya sampaikan yaitu tolong apabila masih ada yang peduli dengan konservasi ini, khususnya di desa kami, tolong perhatikan kami.